Welcome to Backbreaking News episode 153. Today we're talking about why we should not remove historical statues. Even if it's the Confederacy, even if it's of George Washington, Christopher Columbus. Simple. It. Why would you erase something if you have nothing to hide? If you have something to hide, that's when you erase something. It's a simple concept. Why would I erase something if I had nothing to hide? If you have nothing to hide, there would be no problem with. You should not erase history because it's racist. You want me to tell you what? Christopher Columbus, granted, not the best person ever. When he figured out they didn't have gold, he was very upset. But to tell the truth, just because he did a few bad things, that doesn't mean he didn't change history. You can't look at someone's bad without doing good. The only person you could look at the good they did and say, oh man, they were a real terrible person is Adolf Hitler. He might have been anti-smoking, he might have been an animal supporter, but he killed over 6 million people, was involved with it. So, that's the only, unless someone did something as bad as Hitler did, there is no reason why you should remove a statue. It's not like they were criminals. Like, having a statue of a criminal, even if it's for a minor charge, would be outrageous. Historical statues have been there for years. Why would you damage something that's been there for years? Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. They did something bad in their lives. People just want to destroy George Washington's statues just because he owned slaves. But listen to this. Every president did, I think, except Abraham Lincoln. So are you just going to forget about... Oh, yeah, George Washington. Oh, let's skip over him. Oh, Thomas Jefferson. Oh, we're going to skip over that. That's what Florida wants to do. Oh, yeah, we're not... They want to not mention slavery at all because they don't want to be associated with the bad people, okay? If embracing the dark side of your history just shows that the Confederacy, granted, not the best thing, they were still people too. You can't treat them different. All they did is believe. Half of the war was about slavery because they wanted to keep slaves, but you have to realize that was a part of the Southern economy at the time. So you can't look at it in current day eyes. Ooh, slavery bad. You have to look at it in a different point of view. Do I agree with slavery? No. I'm just simply saying that historically, America isn't the people who invented slavery, and it wasn't black people enslaved black people in Africa. Egypt had slaves before even the U.S. was around. Let me remind you, white people didn't get to the U.S. until like 16 something or 14 something. None of us are native to this land if we're white. We might have been born here, but that's only because people traveled here. And that's because Christopher Columbus, who discovered the Indies, which led to which he did. He was trying to go to India. That's the reason why you call Native Americans Indians, because he thought, or when you were younger you did, because you thought. Just erasing history like Columbus Day and stuff, it's not going to make people forget about what he did. Erasing history isn't the solution. Taking down these statues isn't the solution. It's learning from our mistakes, and we have. Sometimes you just have to let the past be the past and realize there's nothing you could do. And realize that slavery was a part of the Southern economy, which at the time they were a big export of stuff from the United States, like cotton and stuff, for clothes. I'm just saying, historically, it wasn't right, but I'm just saying that current day, you look at that awfully. Why would someone own someone? Which is definitely the correct way to look at it, but from the past view, you have to realize they weren't as sensitive as we were today. And sometimes you just have to wake up to the reality that sometimes the past is going to be in the past, and you can't complain about that. You can't pick up something 2 years from now and say, this man was terrible. He said this back in 2008. When it's like 2022. People could change. You can't just look at a point in history and say, yeah, I hate him. Yeah. But that goes from any time period. Bye.